Go on. Matt's ready to say pounce.
Well, why would you ask that unless you knew she was suicidal?
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Who asked someone that question unless you know there's something wrong with her? This is the woman that stole my house. This is her sister. She's not as nice as she's coming off. Trust me.
She stole your house?
She stole my house. The house that Emily left to me in her will. They got it on in Ohio with an attorney. I hired an attorney who ripped me off. And while I was in jail, they stole my home.
So they went to probate while you were still in jail before you were ever found.
It didn't go into probate because there was a TOD, a transfer on death, on the condo. Check this out. Prior to the will being made, as soon as Emily got the possession of the condo when her mother died, she bought her siblings out.
Okay.
And she became the owner of the condo. And she put a transfer on death, which is a TOD, right? So that doesn't have to go through probate. It just goes right to her sister, right? So then when she married me, I don't know how many years later, maybe a year later, same attorney, his name is Tomas Taneff, the same attorney that wrote the TOD wrote her will. And in the will, she gave me everything, all her everything. Well, in Ohio, TODs supersede wills. They're stronger. And the guy didn't squash it. He didn't squash the TOD. Emily didn't think anything of it. I'm in jail awaiting trial, and I start receiving. Well, I was receiving stuff before I went that I was even arrested from this Tomas Taneff on behest of her sister, saying that I needed to move out. It's in my book, by the way. All this is in my book. Yeah. So I spent 50 grand, 40 grand, about 40 grand, maybe a little more, on trying to protect they sued me for my power of attorney rights, my executorship over her will, and the condo itself. And they got the condo. They got it. I was in jail. What was I going to do? I couldn't fight it.
The levels that people will stoop to just amazes me.
So not only is this woman telling you that Emily was suicidal at a trial to where they're trying to convince you that she wasn't suicidal, that I killed her. This woman's telling you my sister was suicidal. Not only that, because they're stupid. I'm telling you, they're dumb. Not only that, while I was in jail, they sued me for my house, and they got it.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that, man.
So I'm homeless. They gave me everything that was in it. I got it because they couldn't get that. There were certain things that I got from Emily's estate because they couldn't get it, but they tried to get it all. They tried to get everything.
Wow.
And the house they didn't even have to go through probate. They got the house. So when I got out, there was all this stuff that was in a house I didn't own, but they were like, "Hey, here's all your stuff." And I was just fresh out of jail. I literally just got out of jail. I was just like, sell it. Sell it in the estate. They sold it. If you look at the pictures, the video of our condo, it was all Amish furniture, handcrafted. You couldn't get a nicer place. It was all Life is Good, stainless, the steel oven, and I don't know how much the stuff was worth in there, but at least 50 grand worth of stuff that was in the condo. The guy sold it. The guy, long story. The guy the same guy that wrote the wrote the TOD and the will, this Tomas Taneff. He sued me for the executorship over her will, which they gave him because I was in jail, right, awaiting a murder trial. And this dude sold all the stuff in it, and he got like $2,000 for it, and that's what I got out of it. And he took that $2,000 and he paid his own attorney fees with it. I got ripped off. I got ripped off, completely ripped off.
Wow, that's awful.
There's a lot more to that I can explain to you. You won't believe what they do in Ohio. If you're not in that club, you're done. It's over. They don't care. They didn't care. I thought I was gonna. Hey, the guy's found not guilty. Where's his house? Oh, sorry, that's already gone. Well, what about all her other stuff? Oh, sorry, you're not gonna get that. It's all gonna go to attorney fees. It's horrible what they did. They literally cleaned me out.
They hosed you.
Yes. And it's easy to do because they're all kind of in on it. All those lawyers and prosecutors and judges they're part of a huge club, and it's all part of this thing. They're not really fighting for you, really. They're fighting for themselves. And
They're trying to get more money out of you.
What piece of pie that they can get out of you. And I hired an attorney like this. His name is Garth Cox. He's an attorney out of Columbus. He's $500 an hour. I don't know what he was, some crazy. He's like, oh, we'll take care of this. Don't worry about it. Yeah. There's no way that he's going to let this TOD supersede your will. See, her last will and testament gave everybody her wishes. And you're in the right. I'm like, yeah, well, I just started paying him $5,000 a month, literally a month, to try to help me get all my rights. Boom, I got arrested. We might as well just pile it all into a pile and lit it on fire. They're all in on it. Yeah, so this woman here that you're hearing from right now, her sister, is coming across like she got her house, which was $250,000 or whatever. She didn't care, and she could have gave it back after the trial, and I was found not guilty. She could have gave me the house, but she didn't. She wanted the house. Selfish. And don't come across, oh, I'm conservative Christian. Yeah, sure you are. No, you're not. You're greedy. You stole my house.